What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with RK Outpost, and another day, another controversy for CD Projekt Red. It keeps getting worse for them. Who would have thought a month ago that we would be sitting here looking at CD Projekt Red, once the pinnacle of game developers, looked upon by so many as the best of the best, the ones who actually cared about customers, the ones who actually cared about gamers before their own greed, the ones who looked down upon people like EA, people like Ubisoft, and claimed that they were better than them. Well, now their reputation is in shambles, all because they decided to lie to their customers about their product. And now we have a situation where they are cucking to China. They are bending the knee. They are bending over because, well, China might not like this. I don't know if we should do it. We really want that revenue source. We really want that money. They are just like everyone else, apparently. Let's take a look at this. Now, GOG. Now, if you don't know, GOG is the digital storefront for CD Projekt. CD Projekt Red are the ones who actually develop the games. CD Projekt is the overall company. GOG is their wing. They are highly touted for how much they care about gamers. Their DRM-free software. Well, this happened earlier today, and you can see that there's quite a ratio there. I wonder why. Earlier today, it was announced that the game Devotion is coming to GOG. After receiving many messages from gamers, we have decided not to list the game in our store. Now, I did a video a little bit earlier talking about this for Geeks and Gamers. I want to do it from a little different perspective because the reactions to this are absolutely hilarious. Now, why did they pull Devotion? It all has to do with China. China did not want this out there because, heaven forbid, there's a joke that may disrespect China in there, that may disrespect the Chinese president. Take a look at this article right here. Look at the original one that came out. In early 2019, the indie horror game Devotion was discovered to contain a reference to China's president, Xi Jinping. A piece of paper in the game had references to Xi, the word moron, and the Disney character Winnie the Pooh. As a result of that, this was over a year ago, it got banned from the Steam store, and it was in flux. It couldn't get anywhere. It couldn't get published. Well, today, they made this announcement. Everyone was very surprised by it, but a lot of people were excited. We got told that, hey, as a surprise, hello friends, we want to share with you. Red Candle will publish on December 18th on GOG. Well, that didn't last very long, did it? It must have been all those gamers that CD Projekt Red is telling us about. Except when you scroll through the responses, ironically, you don't see too much about gamers being upset. You see gamers being upset that they are bending the knee to China. There's Quartering talking about how he ordered Cyberpunk and it was buggy release. You feel like he got ripped off there. Now this, quite a week for CD Projekt Red. Here's Raging Golden Eagle. Nice business you have here. Would be a shame if Cyberpunk 2077 were to be banned in China. Maybe that's what they don't want. Maybe that's what the threat was. You see a lot of people spamming here, a lot of the atrocities that the Chinese government has committed. But of course, companies don't care about that. They just want the money. Even though CD Projekt Red has told us all along, they're not about greed. This isn't what they're about. They're a different company. Turns out they're going to do exactly the same as everyone else. Look at right here. A quick Twitter search suggests that literally nobody added the GOG Twitter account about Devotion in the 5-ish hours between the announcement post and this one. So why exactly did you get many messages? Well, here's a couple things. Justin Wang pictured the gamers who sent messages, and that is the president of China. He must have been the one. He must have been the gamer that had a problem. Upper echelon right there. CD Projekt Red is falling from grace, and it's like watching your favorite superhero die. It is. Like I said a month ago, you never could have told anybody that this would happen. There were warning signs. I've talked about them for fucking months, but even with these warning signs, I said, I guess we're going to have to see. I'm really worried about the release of Cyberpunk. I'm really worried that they are going to be big problems with this game, but I guess we'll find out. Sure as shit, all of those warning signs were real. And if those things had happened to any other studio, we would have been blasting them. That's what I said from the start of this entire thing. You've got the Chinese semen, the CD Projekt Red drinking Chinese semen right there. There is no doubt that they completely cucked. Here's Metal Gear Mando. God forbid CD Projekt Red go against the wishes of China. You are a disgrace. And the biggest disappointment of all of this is that for the longest time, so many people held CD Projekt Red up and said, look at these guys. They don't care about money as much as others. They just care about giving us a good game. You know why that is? Because CD Projekt Red has said so themselves multiple times. One of the most memorable, in fact, was right here. When CD Projekt Red replies, when thinking Cyberpunk 2077, think nothing less than The Witcher 3. Huge single-player, open-world, story-driven RPG. No hidden catch, you get what you pay for. No bullshit, just honest gaming like with Wild Hunt. We leave greed to others. And unfortunately, when you look at everything that has happened with Cyberpunk 2077, when you look at them bending the knee to China to make sure that that market stays open to them, it is all about money. It is all about greed. That is why the CEO lied to his investors. That is why he told them, for some reason it didn't load, that is why he told them that Cyberpunk 2077 runs surprisingly well on current gen consoles. That is why they have given us a fake apology to try to do some damage control, telling you, oh, we want you to go get your refunds, that's fine. When in reality, they haven't talked to anyone. They don't have any agreements with anybody. They want you to go through the process, which is impossible. You basically cannot get refunds on the PlayStation Store. And they know that. They're saying, oh, they have processes in place. They even told that to their investors. They have processes in place to do these refunds. Almost no one can get a refund on PlayStation Network if you've downloaded the game. And if you've downloaded it, you saw how shitty it was, you can't return it after that. Because that is PlayStation's policy, but they knew that all along. Same thing with places like GameStop and Best Buy. I tried to return this. Here it is, right here. I tried to return this. My other copy that I had on PlayStation 4, tried to return to my GameStop, of course, couldn't do it. What did they say? We haven't heard anything from CD Projekt Red at all. And in fact, that's what you see from all around the world. Had someone share with me the PlayStation Brazil. So many people trying to get refunds that can't right now because PlayStation Network will not refund their game. They say, hey, no worries. CD Projekt Red said they're working on it. We're not going to give you a refund, though. Everyone is forced to use their website, to use their email. Now, I pulled mine up right here. You can see this is my email after I sent a message saying, hey, you said contact this for a refund. I'm contacting you. I got a stock response back. Hey, we've received your request for refunding a console copy of Cyberpunk 2077. As this email was sent automatically, we kindly ask you not to reply. We'll get back to you as soon as possible, no later than by the end of 2020, with information regarding the next steps. All right, well, I'm waiting now. I'm waiting for you, CD Projekt Red. You said you were going to help people out. You said that you would refund these things. I think it's an empty promise. I think you knew all along that people weren't going to be able to refund it at the stores. They weren't going to be able to refund it through digital. Now, Microsoft is doing some of them, to be fair. The Microsoft Store, if you meet certain requirements, you haven't played it for more than 2 hours, which unfortunately a lot of people have, they have been doing some refunds. This is a shit show, and it continues to show that CD Projekt Red, we gave them way too much of a pass. Any other company that would have done these things, we would have been calling them out. And now you have to question. CD Projekt Red defended themselves when a report came out about microtransactions in Cyberpunk multiplayer. Imagine how poorly this runs right now on consoles. Now imagine an online multiplayer in Night City. That will be an absolute disaster. They have a lot of work to do before that can happen. But a lot of people have faith that they will get this game working, right? Who knows at this point? I think they probably will. It's in their best financial interest to do so. But now you have this statement from a while ago. Cyberpunk Multiplayer Online, which is a separate project, will have some microtransactions, but we said that a year ago already. Like always, expect us treating your money with respect. They have always tried to tell us that they are better than all these other companies. Now they have proven that they're the same. So why should we give them the benefit of the doubt that their online multiplayer full of transactions will be any better? I guess we'll have to see. Right now, CD Projekt's reputation is so in the tank, and the fact that they are now joining so many other places and bending the knee, cucking to China, has to be another warning sign. What a terrible week for CD Projekt Red. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.